more and more people, of our viewers and others, are wanting to know, should I consider relocating myself, at least some of my assets and money, out of the West? Because even if people fully don't understand geopolitics to the level that we in the industry may, from our relentless study of geopolitics and how that shapes the world, and for myself, my background, a predictor of financial trends, that all comes ability to understand geopolitics, to predict the rise of Bitcoin when it was less than $100, and tell my investor clients to buy it back then and to sell when it was about 120,000 US. Going to US property at the bottom of the market in 2010, that was a call that I made publicly as well to my investor clients, and that turned out to be a very, very good thing. And of course, buying Australian real estate for the last 2.5 decades has made my clients most of the 10 billion collectively they've now earned in the last 2.5 decades. So understanding geopolitics is very critical. But even if people don't intuitively know there's something going wrong in the world ever since this COVID pandemic, which you believe is like about 5 years ago, a bit more, since that nonsense all started. But people know things aren't quite right. Leading up to GFC also, there was a major correction which affected most of the world. Australia was very lucky at that time, but many believe there's another economic crash coming. I would put it at a 50% chance in the next 24 months. There's also World War III coming. There's probably a good 50% chance of that occurring in the next 24 months. So a lot of uncertainty leads to a lot of unsettled anxiousness and people going, what's the future going to look like if I remain in the West? Versus if I consider having a plan B, maybe relocating to another country, what country would I move to? Would I move part-time or full-time, or just have a backup, a home there? And where would that be? Would it be close to where I reside now, a neighboring nation, similar time zone, culture we're comfortable, familiar with, or would it be completely on the other side of the world? These are all questions people have to ask, but some have asked those questions, made a decision, and left the West. And has their life become better?